Hello, all you hardcores. Welcome to part two. We're just waiting for Andy to rejoin us. Hope you enjoyed part one. We're going to cover the up and coming shows at the moment on part two. He's just logging in now. I wonder what everybody thinks to the Dave Allen fight with It's Big Freeze. Has he got a chance? You know, it's a tough ask, isn't it, for Dave, because he's been inactive, really, hasn't he? It's going to be interesting to see what happens moving forward. So let's see if Dave Allen can do it. What do you think, Andy, about Dave Allen against It's Big Freeze? Andy?
I'm here.
Yeah, what do you think, Dave Allen against It's Big Freeze?
I think that's a good fight. It's a kind of unknown quantity fight because we've not really seen much of Dave Allen at any decent level for a while, but
yeah,
he's got to give it a go for the first few rounds anyway.
Well, I think he's a dangerous fighter for 3 or 4 rounds, Dave, and then I think he'll burn out. You know what I mean? I think he'll go after him. He'll know that this is his last hurrah, and if other kids fit enough, I think he'll be in a lot of trouble. If he goes by then, I think it's just a case of him not taking a lot of punishment with them big winging shots coming in from Mr. Frosty the Snowman. Do you know what I mean? We don't want any more damage on Dave, but Dave will be punching for pay till he's 40 odd, then he'll be doing misfits and all sorts. He's never going to get a job, is he? Let's have it right. He ain't got a day's work in him, has he? Let's have it right.
No, you got to say Big Freeze is more match fit than him. You've got to say that after.
Well, that's it, but you'd have to say Dave's more seasoned. He knows his way around ring, but he's not active enough. His tools are not sharp. I mean, let's have a look at who he's fought. He fought David Price in July 2019. That's over 4 years ago, right? And he's fighting in September 2023. Since then, he has had 8 rounds, and he's had altogether 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 minutes action in 50 months.
That's not enough. So you've got Mr. Rusty against Mr. Frosty.
Yeah. Well, will Big Freeze melt against the White Rhino? Or has the White Rhino got a charge left in him? We don't know, do we?
The rusty White Rhino, Big Freeze can knock the rust off the White Rhino and then he comes charging at him then.
Well, listen, someone's got to give on it, but Dorian Darch, do you know what I mean? It's Andre Pesco, Milen Pavnov, and Michael Bassett. I mean, what on earth?
It's not the best preparation, is it? For
no,
it's Big Freeze.
It's not best preparation, but we're going to see, aren't we? We're going to see, but it's one of them things, isn't it?
It's curious. It's a curious fight, yeah.
It's what?
It's a curiosity of a fight, isn't it? It's I'm curious to watch it.
Yeah, look, he's 31 years old, right? 31 and a half now. You know, so he's not like a spring chicken, but Joshua's older than him, and he's learning on job, and he's had more fights than Dave. So is Dave Allen learning on job? I mean, does he have to be? Can we say if Joshua's learning on job, why is Dave Allen being passed around as some veteran? They're talking about like he's got silver wings like Paulie Walnuts off Sopranos, aren't they? Well, they are. They're talking about Dave like he's some veteran, aren't they? But Joshua's learning on job. I don't get it. It's double standard. It's a bit like people saying, "Oh, you're a dirty smackhead," but if you take cocaine, you're cool. It's same, isn't it? Both class A.
Yeah, that's it. Just learning on the job nonsense for Joshua is just and Tony Bellew on about he's just trying to get some rounds in, and I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, the disappearing man.
The disappearing man, yeah. I mean, why is he even commentating on Joshua fights? That's beyond me. That's always been the case, though, isn't it? I mean, when it goes to Tony Bellew's scorecard, I don't know, they put it up on the screen, and he's just got the his favourite fighter always gets all the rounds. It's just like more or less. It's a joke.
Listen, mate, right, this is how I look at it, right? They put him in there because he's a matchroom bumlick, innit? You know, like Johnny Nelson was at Sky.
Yeah,
Cheerleader. Bellew's a cheerleader only because he gets paid a wage from them, so he's going to cheerlead because he's going to
yeah.
protect what's his. He's not bothered what people think. He's putting steam on the table for his family. But
Yeah.
when he gets up in the morning and he looks in the mirror, he'll hate himself. Because I'd hate myself if I had to do that. I'd hate
Nah,
myself.
couldn't do that. I couldn't do that.
Well, you have to look at it's a manic mirror moment, isn't it? That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's a manic mirror
Money's
moment.
not everything, is it? He's made a bit of money, isn't he? So why does he even have to do it?
Oh, Bellew.
Why can he be honest? Aye. Why can
Well,
he not just be honest?
the saying is set up for life, but who's to say I've made bad investments? Not everybody's an expert in property game.
Yeah. The fact if he was set up for life, he'd be like Frotch telling the truth, wouldn't he? He just goes out there and tells it like it is, and that's admirable. That's what people should be doing.
Well, look, yeah, but the flip side of the coin, people look and say, well, Carl Frotch is a multi-zillionaire, and probably earns 2 or 3 million a year net off properties and that, doesn't he, in rents, and then he's building skyscrapers. God knows what he's making on that. So he's got millions coming in, and he don't need TV work, does he?
No.
He's no
But
mortgage.
he's good at it.
Hey?
I like watching him. He's good at the TV stuff, isn't he? Just because you're getting the truth from him.
Yeah, you're getting truth from Carl Frotch, but he don't need the work, does he? Because he's no debt.
No.
He won't have debt. Why? He looks at it like this. Why should he have, say, for instance, but why should he be paying interest on money when he's already got money? Because money's not doing nothing in bank, is it? So why leave it in bank? So he's got no debt whatsoever, and he's just piling millions up. So he don't need Sky, does he, or DAZN? And he's got his own YouTube channel now that's growing at 1,000 subscribers a day. So he'll be on 100,000 subscribers soon, and that's the holy grail, isn't it, for YouTube? Once you get to 100,000, they push hell out you, don't they? Do you know what I mean? If you can get to that, you set up, aren't you?
Yeah.
I mean, so he'll have that, and he'll be in a strong position. Then he'll be like, "Well, I don't need any media work. I've got my channel here."
Yeah.
He'll probably pay as good as what he'd get doing media work. So why would he even need to leave house? He could build that channel into summer, have a studio, and have other people doing it for him, couldn't he?
Yeah, that's it.
He could build that up because he's that type of kid, isn't he? He's one of them kids that'll get on. He's got that type of mentality. A winner. He's a winner. I'm not just saying that because I get on with him. He's a winner, him. He's a winner. And there's not many winners in life, and he's one of them. Whatever he does, he succeeds at. Whether it's a 6-mile run, or going to gym, or fighting, or anything. Or I mean, he's got best looking chick, hasn't he? Let's have it right. He's the winner, isn't
Like you.
Even his kids are beautiful.
Yeah.
Honestly, mate, he's a winner, right?
He's got the Midas touch, He's got the Midas touch. He's got the Midas touch.
Well, he's got something going for him, hasn't it? I mean, I wish I'd have had a nose like him when I was a kid. And he's got a decent nose now as well, hasn't he?
Yeah. Look, and he's a nice guy as well, isn't he? So
you've met him, haven't you, up there at that racetrack? And he's a decent kid, isn't he?
Yes.
He's a decent kid. But people get wrong impression, don't they? Because he's a bit dry, isn't he? If they get to know him, he's all right, honestly.
Yeah, he's fine.
But I just think that he needs somebody like him, like Roy Keane. Right? I read it the other day somewhere. Roy Keane's probably as rich as Frotch, or richer, I don't know. The wealthy. So Roy Keane ain't bothered. I mean, didn't he do something for BBC a bit back and somebody said something to Roy Keane, went, "Get his heads off. I'll stay at home with my family." Roy Keane's not one of them to set a YouTube channel, but he can take it or leave it. He'd rather walk his dog for 4 hours like me. I can go walk my dogs and do 4 hours easily if I want. If I take something to drink and a shake with me, I'll go lose myself on the fields for hours. And that for me is best time at day for me. That's why I do it in the morning early, because it sets me up for the day. If I don't do it, I feel guilty all day. I mean, it's not for dogs, is it? But Carl, he's one of them kids that's driven, but whatever he does, he will do, and he'll want to be the best at. So that YouTube channel of his, you watch that grow now, kid.
Yeah,
Watch
going
that.
places.
Oh, pardon?
He's going places with that.
Of course he's, yeah. And do you know what? You don't even need a script. You don't have to narrate anything or fudge anything. You just give your opinion and tell it as you see it. And if people don't like it, he's not bothered. Whereas your Tony Bellews, your Johnny Nelsons, and people like that, they have to be careful what they say because they don't want to lose the jobs, do they? So they're all on edge. And that goes for all the rest of them. And I kind of like feel sorry for a lot of them, you know. I feel sorry for a lot of them. I feel sorry for the Gad a little bit. Juggy as Oliver, even Big Malk, because they all want to get on it media, don't they, and earn a few quid, because they're not going to go out and get a proper job, are they? They all want to get on
They're
it,
on.
get a few quid, but they don't upset anybody. But Carl, he ain't bothered. So public look at him and think, well, he's not bothered. He's got no to lose. He can take it or leave it. That's why people are tuning into his channel. Do you see where I'm coming from?
Yeah, the rest of them's all stuck on the narrative bus, and he's riding off into sunset in his motorbike.
Yeah, he's running around Marbella with Rachel in a two-piece bikini, laughing his nuts off at everybody, isn't he? He's not bothered, is he? Laid by his pool with a pina colada.
Meanwhile, back in the Gad cave, he's leering at somebody through a computer screen.
Meanwhile, back at home, we've got the Gad running around saying, "Did you have a shower tonight, Dillian, before you came?" What is all that about, eh? What is all? And Ebony, is that the rising phoenix? Did you see his eyes? Look, move up with light and all that. Yeah. Could you imagine? Could you imagine him as your uncle?
Did you notice he had a drip tray under him for all this saliva?
Jesus, mate. Listen, mate. I swear to God, I know you're listening, God. You're a wrong un.
Get that potty
We
white.
give the God loads of stick, don't we? We give him loads of stick, but do you know why? Because he's not neutral. He wants to be in he's in everybody's team. Which camp is he in? Is he Fury? Is he Conor Ben? What camp is he in?
It's like Carry On Camping, isn't it?
There you go. Well, what did you think to Cobra's video about Big Meech?
I've not actually seen it. I've seen it earlier on. I never got around to watching it though. I've not had a chance yet, but I'll have a look at that later.
I thought it was class like because he just told it. I went, you know how the man in the street talks it when they come up to me and they tell me the man in the street who's not a boxing fan but he'll watch it, he'll come up and say, "What about that overnight then, Porky? What a load of old tosh." And I'll go, "Yeah, what do you think about it?" And then they give you an opinion and then they go. And then people don't tune in again though, you know, when they see that. They tell it as they see it, they're having a pint with a mate. Oh, they've got boxing. Let's have a look at this. What a load of rubbish. They've hyped that Joshua up to be Muhammad Ali. Eddie Earn's words, wasn't it?
Yep.
To be the next Muhammad Ali and all that. And look, he's had carefully selected, hand-picked opponents. He's not been near Fury. He's not been near Wilder. He's not been near Ortiz. You see where I'm coming from with it?
And he's got the audacity to call Lennox Lewis a clown. Remember that one?
Lennox Lewis beat everybody he ever fought.
Oh, yep. He's a legend.
In Hall of Fame. Joshua won't get in Hall of Fame unless they turn around and say, yeah, they're going to put him in because he was a two-time unified and won a gold medal and he brought boxing back and brought big stadiums and all that. Yeah, only because we needed like a Frank Bruno type character. But look what he's ended up. Look how he's ended up, though. He's ended, you know, all this manufactured rubbish about Joshua, right? All this fake nonsense. He's been faking it that long that the mask slipped on it 8 or 9 times.
Yeah.
And every time it slipped, Eddie Earns had to tidy his mess up, on it. But you know what?
Yep.
The British public, they only put up with so much. They've gone, do you know what? Nah, we're not having it no more. And that's what they've done. The Hearns have panicked. And they need that Saudi money desperately because if they don't get that Saudi money and if it all caves in, he's got to come and fight in England. And he's got to fight somebody. They'll be begging for Fury fight. And then Bricktop will say, well, if you want it, it's 65-35. Take it or leave it. Pop, pop, bang. They'd have to take it and go it begging bowl. So if the Saudi money's not there, they're in big trouble. If the Saudi money's there, he gets wiped out. And he'll go away then, and Eddie will get his bigger pound of flesh out of him, and they'll let him go. But whatever he wants to do in boxing or media or whatever from now on, they've got a piece of him till he dies, haven't they? Because he signed a life contract.
Yeah. The Golden Goose has been cooked. I can see him getting beat another twice before he fights Fury.
Listen, Johnny Fisher and him now is a 60-40 fight for Joshua. Him against Johnny Fisher now. Johnny Fisher's probably English stroke British level at the moment. Joshua's probably British level. That's the bottom line. Would you say he beats Fabio Wardley or David Adelaide?
I think definitely Fabio Wardley, but I think he would beat him. I think there's a good chance anyway. Fabio Wardley
I'm telling you now, does he beat Does he beat Caballel? I don't think he beats Caballel.
No, don't think so.
I don't think he beats Caballel. In fact, a fit Dave Allen would probably give Joshua a good run for his money.
Yeah.
A fit David Allen with 8 fights under his belt, but he's had 4 in 4 years. But if he'd have had 8 and been a bit more busy and ticked over in gym, he might have been fighting Joshua now. So Dave Allen's only got his own self to blame.
Yeah. I think back in the day, Frank Bruno would have beat him as well, actually.
Frank Bruno would have jabbed his head off. Big Frank.
Big Frank. He's a brilliant jab, didn't he? He was another manufactured fighter, but he wasn't an actual fighter, but just like Joshua, but he had a better jab in a way. He had a good, big, solid jab, didn't he?
I'm telling you now, right? Jared Anderson beats it. Julian said, didn't he? Moser Fatamu probably beats him over 6 rounds. And then probably runs out of ideas. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But do you think Billy Joe will come back? They were saying anyway, it's died down again, hasn't it now?
Is he? You can only see it that happening if he's got himself locked away for. It's going to take a long time to get the weight off, isn't it? To get down to whatever weight he's going to fight at. But the longer he leaves it, the less chance it is, isn't it? It's just he's been out the scene too long, isn't
he? Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's a bit of a mess, isn't it? Really. It's yeah. You know the board at the moment. Where do you see it going now with border control? Do you see Robert Smith resigning?
If he doesn't sort out this mess with Conor Benn and all the other stuff and Dillian White and that, if he doesn't take a proper stand on that and stamp down his sort of stamp of authority or whatever, he's well leaving, isn't he? He's been there long enough. He's gone stale, isn't he? So
yeah,
it's time he moved on.
Yeah, it's what do you think's happening with Demetrius Andrade? Because he just seems to be parked up, doesn't
he? Yeah, there was. Has he still got a title?
I don't know, to be honest.
There was word on. Oh, that's a long time. I haven't heard much of him for a long time, right enough.
He was supposed to be going to be next big thing, wasn't he, and all that, but it all seems to have died down, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know Mike Tyson? Every time I see quotes from Mike Tyson now, he's piping up about Fury on Garno, because he's going to be going out to Saudi to watch it and all that, and he's training on Garno, isn't he? So he's going to be involved in that, and Big John Fury is going to be in other corner. God, can you imagine that? Can't you? Big John Fury is going to get his moment, isn't he? Finally.
That's it. I mean, I think remember when we talked before about do we think Big John would replace Sugar Hill? But I think you need a calm head in the corner. I don't think his head's calm enough for being in the corner. Maybe in the Nagano fight, it's not really a serious fight, is it? But as regards to any other fights, I think you need calm in the corner. You don't need somebody going mad or getting excited. He knows his boxing, but he's probably got decent knowledge in that. But I think you need a calm head in the corner. And I don't think he's that. I don't think he's that head. But
what do you think about the rumours that Tommy Fury and Jake Paul are going to have a rematch? Could we go through all that again? I mean,
is he going to defend his toy belt against him?
I don't know, mate, but it's.
He's maybe fighting. Is it KSI or something? Is he?
I don't know. You know what? I try not to watch all that stuff because it confuses. Boxing, doesn't
it? It's not real, is it? It's like WWE boxing, isn't it? It's just it's not. My son, he watches all that kind of stuff, but I keep telling him that's not real.
Well,
I keep telling him it's not real fighting. You know, he had that Kingpin Promotions. It's like a Misfits thing on one night. When that girl was baring her chest to the fans, it was just like cringe. It was like, oh, but that was just a shambles. There's people watching it the way. That's the frightening thing. There's people paying money to watch it, and they seem to be getting decent money, which is real fighters aren't getting the money they should be getting. And now these clowns come along and milk it, don't they?
Well, Terence Crawford said he's willing to fight Canelo at 168 so he can become a 3-time undisputed champion. What do you think to that?
Oh, wow. I like Terence Crawford. I would say he's the #1 pound for pound at the moment. Could he go up and fight Canelo? But Canelo came up in weight as well. He wasn't always fighting at these weights, was he? What did he start off with?
A few years ago, wasn't he?
Yeah. So I would give Crawford a chance of beating him. I think Canelo's on the slide and he could time it right. Even though I think Crawford's about 35, but he's still fresh, isn't
he? He'd get paid for that fight, wouldn't he?
Oh, aye.
Crawford would be on big dough for that, wouldn't he? Surely.
Yeah. Especially if he beat him and got a rematch for that, he'd even bigger money, wouldn't he?
What would you say?
There's too many rematches.
Oh, too many what?
Too many rematches that are necessary, aren't they?
Who would you say is the best pound for pound fighter in the UK?
In the UK?
Oh.
I can't really think.
Who could you say? Tyson Fury, Sonny Edwards.
Tyson Fury. Sonny Edwards, he's a good fighter, isn't he? He's got the skill.
Champions. So who else would you say? Josh Taylor belt, but he'd have been at Mix a few months ago, wouldn't he?
He'd been next. Lee Wood, he's a decent fighter, isn't he? But he's coming near the end of his career, yeah.
World champion, Lee Wood. How do you see that fight going?
Lee Wood and who's he fighting? Warrington. I think Lee Wood beats him. On points, maybe.
Yeah.
I think
late on.
He's got more power, providing he doesn't get cut with a headbutt from Warrington. That's always a hazard, isn't it?
Yeah, he seems to headbutt a lot.
Did you watch the Dennis McCann fight? He got a bad cut from a headbutt. Was that last night?
Not a draw. I thought he just nicked it, Dennis, that fight, but they get it as a draw, didn't they?
It was a good fight, wasn't it? It was an exciting fight.
I think. To be fair to Bricktop, he rolled dice with that fight, didn't he?
Yeah. I like Dennis McCann. I think he's a good talent, and he's kind of old school, isn't he? He's old school.
Yeah. He's got that old school style, hasn't
he? Yeah. He's got a wide stance, isn't it, when he punches and that. So.
Tell me about Martin Bacoli. What do you think is going to happen with him, Andy?
I think he'll get frozen out. I think he's a boogeyman for anybody that they put him in. He would wipe the floor with Joshua. I think he would batter Joshua at the moment.
I've heard he's been schooling Joshua and sparring when they've sparred.
Has he? Yeah.
Schooled him.
Yeah. I think he gives any of them top ones a run for their money. I think apart from maybe Fury and Usyk, I think he could put him. He could beat anybody below them. He could be number 3.
What?
He could be number 3. I would say there's a good chance he could be the 3rd best heavyweight in the world at the moment. Maybe with Zhang. Toss up between him and Zhang, and then Joyce below them.
Yeah.
The kind of jury's out in Joyce, isn't it? See what I like Joyce, but the jury's out on him to see what happens to the Zhang rematch. But I like to see him win, but I've got a feeling it's going to go the same way. And I think Zhang's better than a lot of people give him credit for, and he's probably better than he looks as well, isn't he? He's deceptive.
He's not exactly GQ man at year, is he, in looks?
No. But he's deceptive. But if Martin Bacoli he drinks what I'm drinking, there's Iron Brew. There's no telling what he could do.
Brew's that good, dude.
Do you get Iron Brew in Doncaster, Bruce?
Yeah, we get Iron Brew, mate. It comes in cans. Is that like fizzy pop?
Yeah, this is an old. It's supposed to be an old original recipe. This Iron Brew 1901. That comes in a glass bottle up here, but that's quite nice, quite sweet. It's nice. It's no vodka tonight as of yet, but it's early.
You're always boozed up, you aren't you, on a night time, aren't you? Are you alcoholic, Andy?
No,
Oh, but you
I don't.
are always. Go
I
on.
usually I'll have a wee vodka when I'm doing the Zoom.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I hardly ever have a drink. I'll watch if I'm watching the boxing on a Saturday night. I'll have a couple of vodkas, but I don't drink a lot. No,
I
don't drink
remember
a
you
lot.
Scots coming down to Wembley in 1977 and nicking a 1-0 with Kenny Dalglish. Do you remember that goal through Ray Clement's legs?
And breaking the goalpost was it after?
They jumped on goalpost, didn't they, and broke them, didn't they?
They were swinging.
Best thing about it is, down here when Ramby used to be up and they all used to be singing in their Bonnie Scotland. So I say, well, why are you not up there then?
That's because they were in Bonnie Donny.
Yeah,
Donny.
Bonnie. They came down after pits, didn't they? You were like to help all our granddads out and that after World War Two, because there wasn't much work up your way, was there then?
Yeah, I mean, 11. Was it 1136 to 1156? I think it was. Doncaster was given to Scotland by King. I think it was King William the no, King Richard the First. I think it was.
Was it?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I was having a read up on that the other day.
So basically, I'm a
You're a
part
Scotsman.
jock.
You're an honorary Scotsman.
You just ruined my year.
Oh, don't be down. Don't be down on it.
I do like haggis though. I do like haggis with mashed taters. I think it's easy digesting on my stomach, and there's a lot of goodness in it.
You put some neeps in with it as well.
What's that?
Turnip, mashed turnip and mashed potato.
Yeah, is that
and
what
haggis? Beautiful haggis, neeps and patty.
Do you like it up your way? Do you like haggis?
I love it. Yeah, I love haggis. It's
you see good. Difference up your way. Do you know when you have sausages? It's squared sausage, isn't it?
Yeah, you get OINK as well, but Lorne sausage it's called, LORNE, and you get nice black pudding up here as well.
Yeah.
You get black pudding from Stornoway, which is out in the islands, out of Hebrides, the island of Lewis. The haggis, the black pudding you get from there is beautiful.
Yeah.
You like black pudding?
Yeah, it's like an island, that, isn't it? Up by Aberdeen, isn't it?
It's off the Aberdeen's east coast. It's off the west coast, northwest coast. You get a ferry from Liverpool, and it's 2 or 3 hours on the ferry. I think maybe a wee bit longer.
Well, just to get black pudding.
Yeah, well, if you want to go to the factory, but it gets sent down here. It's popular. You get white pudding as well.
You get what?
White pudding as well. It's nice. Nice with chicken. You have some white pudding with your chicken. Roast chicken dinner and white pudding's nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's funny that you're saying all this, but when I look at all these cooking programs, they never have any Scottish cuisine on there, do they, mate?
Oh, I don't know what they're missing.
Everything's all fried and shite, isn't it?
Need to get some real food in them, Real food.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen. Thanks for coming on, Andy. You're a real tonic and an addition to the Porky's Corner revolution.
Revolution. That's it. We're on the move.
Well, listen. I put the effort in. I'm telling you now, right? Obviously, we do members videos, don't we? But there's 99 videos gone out in August. We're not 19.
That's great, yeah. That's on a roll,
Gary from Welcome Estates, you ought to be doing 90 a month for us. I was thinking to myself, I think, 90. Wow, that'll be 90 Welcome Estate ads at the beginning of every video. Everybody's had to cry to death, won't they? I might have been a go at you, Gary. I know you're listening, but everybody's heads would be on fire with it, wouldn't they? It was just too much, wasn't it? Even for me.
You've seen it in their sleep.
For my family, they're like, Russell, every time we turn telly on, we've got these villas thrown at us. What are you doing? But he's a good guy, Gary. He was a good bloke.
He comes across as a nice guy, isn't he?
He's a decent bloke. He's a decent bloke.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, isn't it? I wish him well.
Yeah.
He's got a good fellow, him, John. They're good people, but it was just a bit too much for my head.
Aye.
So, okie dokie, listen, you take care, pal.
You too. And
We'll
don't
speak.
forget to like and subscribe and press that notification button.
Hey, listen, mate, you need to be doing my job, you. You're better than me. So we'll get ready for the number 100 tomorrow. Pop, pop, bang!
Pop, pop, bang.
Okay. Peace out. Cheers, pal.
All the best, Russ. Take care. Cheers.
Right, that's about it. Peace out.